Hey everyone, welcome to another segment of Ride or Die 101 Confessions. So, this past week we just released episode 8, and we hope that you've listened to it by now. But if you haven't, no worries. It's, link at the bio. um, but during this episode, we discuss diversity and the importance of it. And for us, especially being first generation Americans, myself being a first generation Mexican American, there is a lot that comes with it. It's a mix of good and bad, I would say, because I'm able to have love for two different cultures, but at the same time, there's this push and pull game of being Mexican and being American. Sam and I discuss how how we really don't understand why there is that, that concept that you have to be one or the other, because clearly we're one person and we're able to enjoy both cultures, love both cultures, take it all in for both cultures. Like we're lucky enough to have like a variety of things to celebrate. And I know, Sam, for you it's very similar.
Yeah, just, like we mentioned, October is Global Diversity Awareness Month, and we just really wanted to take the time to kind of reflect on our diversity and the diversity of others because, like I mentioned, I was, more about my American side growing up and not so much about my Filipino side until I realized, like, hey, like, not everybody could be, my background and something
Right.
special. It's like what links you to your ancestors and like to the people of your family's culture. And after I realized that, I was more, I guess, invested or immersed into my culture. And I don't know why we're expected to be one way or the other. And it's just, why can't we be both? Why can't we be all of it, if you're
Right.
multicultural? And especially now, we've said it probably a million times, and I'm sure all of you have heard it, that this year was no joke. This year is just so heavy, and there's a lot going on, not only as an election year, but with all the racial injustices that are still happening right now. It's 2020, and why are we still judging people or basing our actions or words off of the color of other people's skin or like their background or what they identify as? Like why can't we just be chill with each other, in the mid of all of this diversity? Like our Armenian neighbors right now, they're going through so much. It's
Right.
like it's just baffling to see, like, how is this even possible? Like, how is this 100-year problem still existing? And like the same in America as well. Why are Black people still being targeted like this? Why do they have to wake up and live in fear? People aren't born, they're not asked to be born, and they're not asked to be born in what family they're in or what culture they are. They don't get a choice. And why are
Right.
people still being put down for that? I went to one of the protests in City Hall, um, here in LA, and just hearing everybody's stories and how this has affected their personal growth or their mental health or just their overall safety is so crazy to me and
Yeah, I
to
mean,
us.
yeah, it goes back to that privilege, that they have,
Mm-hmm.
that they don't they don't know what it's like to be on the other side, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Even us, like people of color, there is some racism that we experience as well. And we've touched on it on previous episodes, how I had one instance where just because the color of my skin, she was assuming something. And I'm just like, girl, like, no,
Yeah.
that's not how this goes down. So it's hard and it's sad that people still have that mentality, you know, and that they have that hatred in their heart that like they can't accept everyone if they don't look like them,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I'm hoping that with everything going on and with like all the movements and with all the attention that it's getting, that it's making some people like think twice about it, you know, that it's making them realize like, okay, like to be, it's okay to know that like, okay, I thought a certain way, but now that I'm being educated, now that I'm seeing this side,
Mm-hmm.
I can change. I can be a better person.
Yeah, and it's great that, people are being more vocal about that,
Mm-hmm.
because it really does start with yourself. Change starts with yourself. But
Right.
also, we're molded by the system that we're put into. And that's why we said in the episode that this year is such a huge year for voting. One of the biggest years probably in our generation, in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these policies that are in place that harm citizens, you know, all of these people in power who don't really have our best interests at heart, we could do something about that. Your voice does matter. Like, this shit matters, it affects you and everyone around you in so many different levels.
And all the people coming after you too, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just like, I mean, we said it a million times during the episode. We're saying it right now. Your voice matters. Your vote matters because it's not only going to affect you, but it's going to affect the coming generations as well. So,
So we are 2 weeks out. Better go vote. Make your voice heard.
yes, go vote.